Okay, the other day we did science and we were talking about how it affects us, what happens to us when it rains or when it snows or when it's got ice. What can we do and how does that make us, change what we do? Okay, so that was our science. So today in social studies, we kind of want to continue on with that part of it. We want to talk about two different states. We're going to talk about Florida. Well, Florida is down south and it's really nice and sunny, and it's a really sunny place. Okay, it's got a lot of people, so there's a lot of cities that are real close together and everything. And then we want to talk about Alaska. Alaska is way up north, and it is very cold up there. And there's not a whole lot of people that live up in Alaska, so there's not a whole lot of big cities and everything. So we want to talk about it. This is called a web, okay? So we're going to talk about a weather web in Florida. In Florida, if it's really warm and stuff, and they have the coast, so they got beaches and things, what kind of clothing would they wear? They would wear shorts and maybe sandals, short sleeve shirts, maybe they would wear bathing suits. What do you think? And what kind of transportation would they probably have? I bet you they would have cars. And think about in the city, they'd have a bus. Maybe they might have a taxi cab. Okay? Or maybe Uber. Uber is where you call up somebody and they come and they pick you up and take you someplace. Okay? For their food, they might have ice cream. And a lot of fruit. And hot dogs. They could grill out all the time and have hamburgers. And their fun outside activities, they could go swimming. And maybe they could go surfing. And maybe they could go to a water park. Okay? So these are all things that they could do, and they live in the sunshine and the warm weather, so that's what goes with that. Now let's look at Alaska. And now Alaska's really cold, remember? So what kind of clothes were they going to wear? They're going to wear coats and hats and gloves. Probably wear boots, socks. Okay? Remember that there's not a lot of cities and stuff, so they're not going to have all of the buses and all that kind of stuff, but they might have what? Maybe a four-wheeler. Probably drive trucks. Maybe a snowmobile. And they might have to use skis. Their outside activities might be fishing and hunting and maybe hiking in the woods. Okay, because they don't have the big cities. They don't have water parks and stuff like that. And their food that they might eat. Oh, they might eat deer meat. And maybe bear meat. And they probably grow vegetables. Do you think they'd eat a lot of ice cream? Probably not. Okay? So that's the difference between Florida and Alaska, between warm weather and cold weather. What do we have? We kind of get warm in the summertime, don't we? And we go swimming down at the park. And we kind of get cold in the wintertime, and we have some snow, and we like to ride our four-wheelers out in the woods and stuff. Okay? But we don't have a lot of buses and taxi cabs and all that kind of stuff. They do down in the bigger cities, but not around us. So our weather and where we live affects what we do. Just like the rain and the snow and the ice affect what we can do, so does our weather. That's going to be all for today. See you tomorrow.